Hi Pisces! Welcome to your January mid-monthly reading for 2019. Hope you're all doing really well. So Pisces, lunar eclipse in Leo on the 20th, 21st of January. Eclipsing in your sector of day-to-day activities, of work, your day-to-day work, your day-to-day schedule. Big changes in how you live, big changes in how you add to your world, add to your day-to-day activities. What is it that you are doing? What you're spending your time on? What are you putting in your body? What are you putting on your skin? It can mean that people in the workplace may take a lot of your energy from you during this eclipse. And there may be sudden exits in the day-to-day work environment if you do work with others. Or in your health, you may have some kind of a wake-up call. You may think, whoa, I've gained a few pounds. Or you may think, I'm really not looking after my body that well. Or you may find you're allergic to something. You're going to be more conscious about that. You're going to be more conscious about what it is that you're giving to yourself. Even your mental health comes under this bracket. Possibly a pregnancy, what you've long hoped for, that you've given up hope for, occurs for you. Possibly some health healing with the mother. Maybe your relationship with your mother is healing, or maybe she's getting better, or you're seeing an improvement. There is a square, though, between Jupiter and your ruler Neptune. Now, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, which for you guys is, of course, career. And it's hitting Neptune in your sign. So maybe in terms of career, you're feeling a little bit frustrated with people. Or you're feeling as if you're trying to assert yourself. There may be a female in your work environment that you find very difficult and challenging, and you may actually find some kind of reconciliation with that under this lunar eclipse. One of you may extend an olive branch to each other. An important female in your life in general, Pisces, I feel like there may be a bit of healing in that relationship. Lunar eclipses are big, especially this one. Mars is also squaring off with Saturn. Now Mars is in your financial sector. So be mindful of the lessons you've learned in spending and don't ignore them. Don't ignore your gut intuition when you go to buy something or spend a lot of money on something. You might have an intuitive moment that says don't do it. Okay? It's a good time to manifest money though and think of ways to create more financial goals for yourself. Now bear in mind Jupiter is in Sagittarius for most of this year. So career-wise you're going to flourish, but sometimes in order to flourish we have to make changes. Five of Swords, conflict. There definitely is a relationship in your life that could do with some kind of healing. It may be to do with a fire sign. Or you may have artistic differences with somebody. Two of Swords in the challenge position. In the positive position, apologies. The challenge is the Eight of Wands, and the outcome, Pisces, is the Page of Pentacles. Opportunity. And judgment. Judgment. We love judgment. Okay. Self-reflection. Interesting. Okay. So when we talk about, because judgment is the major arcana here, I'm going to dive in there first. Judgment is all about vibrating at a higher level. What would your higher self do in this conflict? What do you think someone who was very aware of the world, of the universe and the way it works, what would they do? What reaction would you take to this person, this conflict, this issue that would make you level up? What would someone you admire do? Because judgment means you are waiting to take the right path. Two of Swords, a path that you've been indecisive with for a very long time. Possibly 2 months, possibly 2 years. You've been indecisive about this type of movement, this type of change. Pisces love to have a higher purpose. They love to feel, and rightly so, they love to feel in tune with what it is they felt they were put on the earth to do. What is the reason you're here? Now, that seems like a big question, and it seems like a lot of pressure on this eclipse, but this eclipse is occurring in your sector of health and your sector of work. Do not push your body so hard that you hurt yourself just because you suddenly feel a desire to change your body. Okay? 8 of Wands in the challenge, rushing any kind of decision is not in your favour. Judgment is allowing some things to change for you. It's allowing the wake-up call, but to have the Page of Pentacles in an outcome position suggests that the opportunity is to be taken in a steady way, a steadier pace. The Two of Swords in the positive position is telling us that you were very, very indecisive about what it is that you needed to do. And because it's in the positive position, it means that you're getting clarity on that. You finally choose which road you're going down. You finally take off the blindfold that has been keeping you from what it is that you need to do. Now, Uranus is now direct in your sector of finance. It's been there for a very long time. It's going to leave and go into Taurus. I think in March, but money-wise, Pisces, this month is one about saving, not spending. Okay, you may come across a financial or career opportunity this month that's really very important, and you've done the reflection on it. You've done the thinking. You've gone over it in your head quite a few times, and now you're ready for action. And all you wanted was some kind of sign. If you were looking for a sign, this is it. 4 of Pentacles, security. So conflict and security. There was some kind of threat to your security, or you felt torn about what action to take because it did threaten your security. Whether financially or not, that's what stopped you moving. But now you have a vision. Now you see what you want it to look like. I like that. 2 of Swords and the Fool, a new beginning. The new beginning is serving you. You're diving in, finally. The challenge is the Queen of Swords, the resilience, or you may be suffering from an air sign person. You may not be communicating so well with the air signs at the moment. That's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. There may be some kind of discord there, but it seems to be miscommunication with this person in particular. Now, anxiety is here, so you are still feeling a little bit shaky. That's normal. It is eclipse season. A lunar eclipse will make most people feel a bit shaky, or it will give you emotions that you don't really understand why they're there. You can sometimes look around and think, things seem fine, but I feel funny. An opportunity may make you nervous. 3 of Pentacles, recognition. So someone is recognizing you for your efforts and your achievements at the end of this month, Pisces, which is important. And that may be what's leading you to a position. Someone may want to offer you a new job opportunity under the eclipse. Somebody may offer you a new role. Somebody may offer you a new position, a new location, a new salary. And you are considering this opportunity, but you're also kind of worried about it. There's something about this that seems to frighten you a little bit. So it must be to some extent a bit of a change for you. The Fool's in the positive position, so anything new, anything fresh is actually going to serve you, Pisces. So be mindful of that. Ooh, King of Swords. Definitely an air sign energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is popping out here as wanting to be acknowledged. I will, in the extended, go through each element individually if you're dealing with them. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, if you're dealing with an air sign, etc., and look into them individually in the extended reading on Vimeo. 3 of Cups, reunion. High Priestess, Intuition, the Magician, nice, and you're positive. Lovers is the challenge though, and Death card is the outcome. Okay, Pisces, the Emperor. Okay. Change is scary, I understand. I understand that change is scary. Okay. So, Death card. Nobody ever seems to enjoy that very much. I get that change is scary. The thing is, the Fool and the Magician in your helpful sector. So these cards are what's assisting you. Change, optimism, self-belief, manifestation are all on your side. Having a vision. You get an opportunity of some kind and it makes you nervous. It's a big change, Pisces. It's a big change. It may mean that something has to end to move forward. It seems to me possibly to be a job. I think some of you are really thinking of going through a very deep transformation in your work life. You're not comfortable where you are, especially with Gemini people in your workplace. Gemini people may be making it difficult for you to progress where you are, and you may feel limited in your choices. We live in an abundant world full of possibility. Feeling limited is a belief. It is not the truth. Okay? You feel as though you can't see how to get things off the ground. You may have to go back to the books on this, Pisces, and read up on the manifestation process. Read up on the law of attraction. Read up The Secret, whatever it is. You know, how to manifest what it is you want and what your thought patterns are doing to give you a disservice. You're an intuitive being, and sometimes you confuse your fear with intuition and it stops you from moving. Okay? There's a lot goes on within the Pisces subconscious. You process a lot more information than you're actually privy to yourself. You don't realize what's going on in your subconscious all the time. And sometimes you confuse fear of insecurity with being an intuitive moment. It's really not. Somebody may have come back into your life recently that makes you doubt your security or makes you feel insecure. If that is a Gemini person, be mindful of that. So I want to talk about the Emperor underneath. Order. To what extent are you living by somebody else's rules? You know, how your life is supposed to look. Is it supposed to be a 9 to 5? Is it supposed to be meet someone, get married, have babies, look after the babies, retire, and then that's it? Does that make you feel secure or insecure if you follow the status quo? So whatever you're doing at the moment, do you feel like you're trying to please somebody else, or do you feel like people are judging you because you're not going with what society intended for us all? And where in the world did someone come up with that being the be-all to end-all? You should be doing what makes you happy. The thing is, the Neptune in Capricorn generation, so like the 90s kids, have really been the ones that have come in and challenged the status quo. You know, working from home, careers on YouTube, careers on Instagram, blogging, making money out of living and documenting your life, reality TV. And people are very, very harsh on them. And more often than not, it is the people that come from the generation before. Now, the thing is, it's because it's all to do mostly with order, okay? People feel like it should look a certain way and people should do certain things. And the people that break out and do their own thing come under a lot of scrutiny. But the truth is, you cannot control what other people think. And you don't often know what their intentions are or what they're really thinking, because pride stops people from being clear sometimes. So are you judging yourself too harshly if you feel like there's something else you could be doing? It might not have been what you studied, it might not have been at university, but you may have a talent for something and you're trying to get it off the ground, Pisces. You've been anxious about something for too long because of what other people are thinking. 5 of Wands, competition. 2 of Cups, partnership. Maybe your partner's been judging you. Maybe a significant partnership of some kind ends under this eclipse because you can't take being judged so much anymore. You feel like they don't have your best interests at heart. It could be your relationship with an earth sign is going through an uncomfortable transformation. You're wanting something, they're wanting something, and you don't feel secure in the bond. Okay? We'll go into that in the extended. But what I'm seeing here is that you're trying to fight change in order to keep somebody else happy. That's basically what I'm seeing. You have all these tools. That's the thing about the magician. Look at his table. He has everything. He's a cup, he's a wand, he's a sword, he's a pentacle, and he is optimistic. His hand is open because he can easily pick up any of these tools and use what he needs when he needs them. This is in your positive position. The Fool is diving headfirst into new waters, new beginnings. Please don't make too many life decisions on what you feel like society wants or somebody else wants. Don't make your decisions to please other people, especially if it's in career, Pisces, because it's not going to serve you in the long run, and it may even disservice them because you may be resentful. Okay? They may have playful banter, they might tease you. They don't necessarily mean that they want you to make a decision on their behalf. Nobody likes to be that responsible for other people's decisions. And you're going through a transformation. Even though it feels a little bit anxious, it's an anxious opportunity, and that scares you. But you take back control. Oh, well, there we go. Sacred space, Nemetona. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Rhiannon, sorceress. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Whenever the magician comes up, so does she. Notice it every time. The magician and the sorceress. You need to connect, as I say, go back to the higher books, go back to spirituality, go back to the law of attraction, the universe. Who are you really? You're a divine being creating the world that you want to live in. You get to make the choices, Pisces. People are supposedly more anxious than ever, because we have more information than ever. We've debatably too much information, especially when it comes to the news and it comes to social media. We are bombarded with images and images and images and images. But we also have all the information and spirituality that we need. You can choose which information you're paying attention to. That's the difference between being anxious and being fulfilled. If it's a water sign, if it's a fire, if it's an earth sign that you're after, treat them with kindness. There's playful, flirty banter from this person. When you're anxious, there may be a point you take this too seriously and think they're trying to hurt you, but they're not. Okay? And if people are being difficult, if the air signs are being difficult, kill them with kindness. Death card, Queen of Pentacles, kill them with kindness. Don't lower yourself to somebody else's level. You don't have to do that. You find out someone's been saying really, really crappy things about you. What does their opinion matter? You find when someone judges somebody very harshly, jealousy is never far behind. Okay? Love you guys. See you in the extended if you want to join me there. Bye.